All right, hey, it's Joe. I'm just kind of talking about what the most recent album's about, and kind of give an update for kind of stuff coming up as well. Um, Witch Hunt is very like story heavy as like an album goes, I guess, or for the concept anyway. I mean, it's pretty obvious what it's about because it's about a witch, and like the lyrics really do put that into kind of like a very obvious perspective, but like just kind of to add story to it, we're basically following a man who's trying to like avenge his wife, because a witch named Jezebel put a spell over his wife that made her kill herself in front of him. The reason that the witch did that is because the man would not complete an incantation or spell or do whatever the witch wanted. I really just pretty much that. It's like the witch wants to control the world and put it under her spell, and this guy was like, no, I'm not doing that. And so she puts a curse on his wife, who's named Isabel. I only really did Isabel because you could do Isabel, Jezebel kind of thing. That's really the only reason I did that. I don't actually know anyone named Isabel, so there's that. And I went with Jezebel because I'm an Acid Bath fan. That's it. That's the only reason I went with Jezebel. It's very that one's very blatant as to where that influence is. But yeah, so Jezebel puts a spell on top on his wife, and she kills herself in front of him, and so he out of like, I guess, rage or pure vengeance, wanting to avenge his wife. I have to look at my thing because I literally write these in advance and I never remember them. Because I'm like, my brain is 4 albums down the road right now, so so I have to go back to refresh myself. But yeah, so he's going after this witch, and kind of as part of that, he's like exiled from wherever he lived, because he's the only one who watched his wife die and like literally went really mad and shit. But yeah, he's seeking revenge against Jezebel, and he's constantly kind of haunted by like this image in his head of his wife Isabel. So like she's constantly kind of like, he's like hallucinating her kind of, but not really, but like that kind of thing where it's like he can see her when he goes to sleep, or like her memory's still in his head, kind of deal. And he's like trying to track down the witch to her lair and like kill her. However, there's like something in between that where he gets put under the witch's spell, under Jezebel's spell, in which case he goes on a murder spree with an axe, and the only way he's able to break that is because the image of the memory of Isabel is what stops him from like killing everyone. And so it like reminds him of his mission, and he like gets up, goes to the witch's lair, and literally freaking kills her and burns her in a funeral pyre and everything. And like at the very end, Isabel's like, oh, it's over, and like starts to disappear or whatnot. But like this kind of lasting thing that they don't know about is like that the witch put a curse on him to where he's kind of like haunted by Jezebel a little bit, by the witch a little bit, and he's just kind of forever exiled and left considered insane because of that. And that's basically that album, which was Witch Hunt, and I released that on the 4th of July because I thought it would be funny to release something on Independence Day. That's it. But I guess kind of for future reference, I am like 4-ish albums ahead. I'm working on writing something completely different, so I have to write this down and refresh myself, because every time I have to go back and I'm like, what was the story about? Like, not entirely, but like there's parts that I forget, so I have to like remind myself. And I guess this sort of next thing that's coming that you can expect is more of like an EP. It's like a 5-song EP. It's about like the elements. So the first 2 are like earth and air, and then the middle song is just like an instrumental, and then the 2 other songs are like fire and water. So you got like earth, air, fire, water, and like they're all different ways of like the elements revolting against humanity and like trying to wipe the earth clean, and sort of creating mankind as more of a footnote in Earth's history and less of the big, I don't know what you call it, the history, I guess. We'd be a footnote in history instead, but that's kind of that. After that is like that's pretty much what you have to expect coming up, is that 5-song little EP called The Elements. It's all mixed and everything. All I have to do is get artwork for it, and it'll be ready to go. I'll probably release that sometime in August or September, depends on when I do artwork. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Stay tuned for whatever else I end up doing, I guess, and take care.